Good evening, sitting in for Indira Craig. I am Jo Marie Lanza. We'll show you how a freak storm in Orange Walk shook up and scrambled Mennonite community, and the lightning even killed their cattle. And we'll revisit Wani the Wonder Horse. He's made a remarkable recovery after being viciously beaten. Plus, reports say the Prime Minister plans to bring back Kumpel Rosado. But can he? We'll look at this, at his defections, evasions, and untruths. Also, a sad weekend for two families as two men were killed in separate traffic accidents. These stories and more are ahead on 7 News tonight, so please stay tuned.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Make every moment matter with your credit card. More transactions, more chances to win cash back. You can be one of 4 monthly winners. Get a chance to win cash back with every purchase of $100 or more. For more information, visit www.atlabank.com. Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sun Up on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Joseph Budna on August 22nd, 2025 is abducted in plain sight, beaten, blindfolded, handed over to Guatemala, and for 2 weeks, silence from the powers that be. Only after public outrage did the Prime Minister demand a report. But what did he get on September 5th? Incomplete. Key details missing. Surveillance footage gone. An off-duty officer handed a service revolver. Another listed on special assignment. Who authorized this? Why was the commissioner placed on a 45-day leave? Is this a cover-up? Why is the police investigating itself? Where is the independent task force? Where are the surveillance tips? Belizeans demand answers, or sovereignty is not negotiable. Stay awake. Stand up. Speak out.
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023 in the...
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Sheree Kelsel, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indira Craig.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
We hail the Jaguar, Jaguar. We could raise the Jaguar Cup. It's like the BPBL.
For the last 5 months, 7 teams were traversing the Belize Premier Basketball League jungle. 5 teams were eaten alive by pressure to survive. And now there's only 2 teams that remain to fight for who will be crowned the Benny's Jaguar Cup champion in the BPBL.
Yo, watch out. BPBL. Right now, are the hottest league in a Belize.
This is it, the granddaddy of them all, the big dance for the right to be called the 2025 BPBL Benny's Jaguar Cup champion. The Belize Civic Center will be the rendezvous on Friday and Saturday, September 26th and 27th for Game 1 and 2 in the best of 3 series. Tip-off time, 9 p.m. Which team will navigate through the BPBL jungle and be crowned?
Welcome to the jungle.
Introducing to you the 2025 Leslie's Imports Mayan Cup champion, the Kaya Western Ballers, led by their division finals MVP, Arik Nicholas, the high-flying Jaheim Sego, and their sharpshooter Devon Campbell on a journey to bring the Western Ballers their first BPBL championship. But who stands in their way? The Santiago Castillo Toucan Cup champion, the mighty San Pedro Tiger Sharks, led by the division MVP, Jihad Wright, the Rebound King, Brian Bessa White, and the Speed Demon, Francis Naitiarana, who will win the $15,000 and the 20 Benny's Championship rings. Ring out the entire family Friday and Saturday, September 26th and 27th at the Belize Civic Center, beginning at 9 p.m. sharp for the BPBL Benny's Championship Classic. Lots of entertainment and giveaways. BPBL welcomes you to the jungle, where the Jaguar Cup will be raised.
We hail the Jaguar, Jaguar.
Sponsors.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
Que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
We all know what a wet and stormy September it's been, and tonight NEMO has been forced to even put out an advisory warning the public about more rain and possible floods. We'll get to that in a minute. We start tonight in Orange Walk at the Indian Creek Mennonite Colony, where a freak storm tore through early this morning, ripping roofs off barns, snapping coconut trees, and killing several head of cattle with lightning strikes. These pictures show the damage done with zinc roofs peeled back and structures badly damaged all across the community. We are also told that multiple cattle were struck by lightning and died. The Ministry of Agriculture said it just received word today and will be sending a team to the community tomorrow. Area Representative Jose Mai told us, quote, "Yes, that's common. Excessive rainfall, pastures are underwater." And this sort of bizarre weather has finally prompted NEMO to make a public announcement. They say rainfall over the last 36 hours brought heavy showers, thunderstorms, and rain across much of the country, especially in the south and central areas. Bella Vista, Toledo recorded the highest rainfall with 5.3 inches. And for the next 24 hours, there will be cloudy skies with sunny breaks during the daytime and cloudy skies tonight. Rain and thunderstorms will redevelop tonight over the south and coastal areas. Conditions won't improve until Thursday to Saturday with more sunshine and less rain. They warned that excessive rainfall could lead to flooding with strong thunderstorms, producing gusty winds and dangerous lightning occurring tonight and early tomorrow morning. A flood warning is in effect for the Cebu City, Gold Stream, Rio Grande, Moho, and Temash. A flash flood warning is in effect for the watersheds of the eastern slope of the Maya Mountains. Travelers using the coastal highway should closely monitor the weather and proceed with caution. We note that up to September 18th, 4 weather stations in Belmopan and Belize District recorded record rainfall between September 11th and 13th. Records for rainfall were broken at 3 weather stations in the Belize District and 1 in Belmopan. And changing topics from weather to a horse who's doing much better. When Wani the horse was viciously beaten in April, it made headlines. So it's fitting tonight that the news of his recovery also makes top news. When the story first broke in the media a few months ago, it broke the hearts of animal lovers everywhere. And one of them chose to do something about it. Reamer's Feed Mill, which offers veterinary services, said they just couldn't sit back and do nothing. They took it upon themselves to nurse Wani back to a picture of health and equine elegance. Their marketing manager told us more about that journey today. 5 months ago, Wani the horse was the victim of a malicious machete attack by a group of teens. And due to the impact of his story, a number of businesses have reached out to assist in his recovery. One of the main enterprises that stepped in was Reamer's Feed Mill. And today, their marketing manager gave us an update on Wani's remarkable recovery.
So as a company, our first step was to assist in any way we can. And we had donated some products to Baja and to some vets that, handle Wani when all that was happening. After a couple of days, our company had decided that, let's take him in our hands with the approval of his owner and see if we can assist the owner in terms of a 100% recovery of the wound, right? So, after 5 months, we shared an update video last week on our social media page. And we were happy to share that he has fully recovered 100%.
Blanco says when they first began treating Wani, he knew that the horse's recovery would not have been an easy one. Not only was he wounded physically on the outside, but they could also tell he was very traumatized.
When it comes to how he was reacting to the medication, I would say in the beginning, in the early stages, he was very numb to everything because just to transport the horse, remember the wound that he had was very open. So they had to tranquilize him a little bit. When he got here, he was very numb, very neglected. You could visually see that the horse was sad. But then our job then begins right then and there because right now, the screwworm is a big problem. The New World screwworm is a big, big problem. So we knew that in order to tackle this issue, it's a day-to-day operation. There's no way we can, say that we can treat the horse for 3 days, leave him for 3 days, and then come back, right? It was a day-to-day, operation. And ironically, maybe I'd say after a month, you start to see the horse a bit more agitated whenever we apply the medication. But that is a good sign because it means that he's getting the feel. He's getting the feeling back, right? Where the wound is, right? We start to see that he's gaining weight. We start to see the movement. He started to move around the stable freely. So these were all really good signs that he's actually healing and he's getting healthier in the same time.
After 6 months of care and thousands of dollars in medication and feed, Blanco says that their work won't just stop there, but they also hope to continue to work with Wani's owner and teach him how to properly care for his horse.
As a team, we've come together and now we wanted to do a phase 3 part of this journey where we want to see if we can assist Mr. Devante by building a stable. It has to be like a 10 by 10 stable. We're trying to see if we could get some donations in terms of the lumber and the zinc, but the labor is from our side, right? So far, we've done hoop sheet metal that I believe they're the ones that, Pletz Home Builders is the one that they did the zinc. So we're trying to partner up with a company here to get lumber. Now, this comes as phase 3 of this journey. And what we want to do as well is to, our horse guy has offered assistance to the owner once we hand over Wani, where he will actually like offer his personal number to see if there's any questions, anything he wants to learn, any updates that he could contact our team, right then and there so that he could learn them.
Jo Marie Lanza, 7 News. Rammers spent between $4,000 to $6,000 on Wani's care over 6 months. We'll take our first break now, and when we come back, we'll tell you about the 2 men who died on Independence Day. And can Compol Richard Rosado come back? We'll look at his deflections, evasions, and untruths. Stay tuned.
This newscast is brought to you by Cellular World, your authorized Samsung distributor.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize, knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank. Building the future together.
Look here, your kitchen light, Diana, you never in the kitchen.
But I'm going back in there right now.
And the coffee maker?
Just to try keep my coffee warm for later.
Where do you know?
I'll try to think about what to eat.
You know the more you open or close the fridge, it takes longer for the food cool.
Uh-huh.
For a hot day like today, it burns more energy. You charge your phone right now?
No.
Plug it out then. You really only wash 2 Lee socks and 1 Lee shirt? You don't know what small load burn the same amount of electricity as large loads?
But this is my favorite shirt.
You have to be more energy efficient. Use large loads. This AC, they blow hard. You know, if you keep the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or higher, you burn less energy and you also keep the place cool. And for a nice day like today, turn off the AC, open up the house, and make some fresh breeze come in.
You know what? I think I get it now. As consumers, we need to be more energy efficient and practice energy conservation.
Prepare for the heat and stay cool with a Reamer Grey air conditioning unit from Benny's. Choose the right BTU unit size for your bedroom or living room and enjoy complete comfort. You can also save money with an inverter unit that is energy efficient. When the heat is on, stay cool and comfortable with an affordable, dependable AC unit from Ream or Gree. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
We are the Public Utilities Commission. Since 1999, we have regulated Belize's electricity, water, and telecommunication sectors, ensuring quality services at reasonable rates for consumers. A lot has changed since our establishment in 1999, and so have we. To reflect our evolution and future-focused vision, we are proud to introduce our new identity, where the blend of colors show our balanced and inclusive approach to regulation, where innovation, sustainability, and trust are all equally important. Orange represents the telecommunications sector and symbolizes innovation and connectivity. Green reflects the energy sector, sustainability, and national growth. Blue represents the water sector, highlighting trust, stability, and life-sustaining resources. White symbolizes transparency and accountability, core principles of the PUC. We are the Public Utilities Commission, transitioning to a new look, but our core values remain the same: accountability, excellence, integrity, innovation, and professionalism. Our logo is more than a design. It is our visual commitment to continue to serve the people of Belize with transparency, competence, and professionalism. We are the Public Utilities Commission.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
I don't want to be a bad guy. I don't want to be a tough guy. I want to get to the point in life where, I couldn't hurt a fly.
And he did. Kind of. Here we see Shyne Barrow taking it like a man.
Oh my God!
A professional slap recipient. He turns the other cheek. But when his wife wants to visit her family,
Shyne Barrow reportedly stomped his wife Catherine in the back.
The medical legal form doesn't lie. Miss Catherine Barrow went to the police, got a medical legal form. The doctor certified it as harm.
when a man slaps him, he can't fight back. But when it comes to his wife, suddenly he's Mr. Tough Guy. Shyne Barrow. Can you really call yourself a man? You let another man slap you, but you can't handle your wife visiting her family? It's time for you to grow up.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
On Friday, we told you about the death of San Ignacio policewoman PC Karen August, a mother of two who died 12 days after she was injured in a hit and run. We asked ACP Romero about it today, and he says that the charges against the driver will be upgraded.
In regards to that accident, the charges will be upgraded sometime this week. It's a big loss for the police department. We send our sincere condolences to the family members. An investigation was carried out and one person was charged.
"31-year-old driver Dejon McNabb already faces a number of charges, including failed to stop and render aid and failed to report an accident. Manslaughter and related charges are now expected to be added to that list. There are two other traffic fatalities to report. Both happened on Independence Day. One in Ladyville, one in Orange Walk Town. One involved a 23-year-old victim, and the other a 23-year-old driver. Clifford Mejia was keeping track of them over the long weekend, and here's his report.
That's before 11 o'clock this morning on Mirage Road in Ladyville. A bus knocked down and killed a man on bicycle. 23-year-old Philip Sutherland was driving the bus when it hit 38-year-old Gabriel Mai. The bus driver told police that they were both going in the same direction when the man on bicycle suddenly swerved in front of the bus, collided into the open door of the bus, and then fell underneath it. He was run over and sustained a fatal head injury. The vehicle that hit him was a school bus without license plate. It has now been impounded.
On Sunday, the 21st day of September 2025, police responded to a traffic accident at Mirage Road in Ladyville. Upon arrival, they saw the lifeless body of a male person. Beside him was a bicycle. Thereafter, police saw a bus also parked in the area. Investigation revealed that Philip Sutherland was driving a bus when he struck a male person who was riding the bicycle, identified as Gabriel Mai. Gabriel Mai was taken for medical treatment where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Investigation says Mai was riding his bicycle when he was struck by the bus. An investigation was carried out and Philip Sutherland has been arrested and charged for drove motor vehicle without due care and attention, drove motor vehicle without manslaughter by negligence and causing death by careless conduct.
Have police taken a sample from?
Yes, a urine sample was taken from him for analysis. The investigation is showing that yes, at some point this person was on his bicycle and he was struck by the bus. That is the information we have at this time.
Was the deceased seen anywhere in the village drinking prior to the incident?
Oh, he was prior to that inside a yard with other persons hanging out.
Was he drinking?
The information we have is that, yes, they were consuming alcoholic beverages at the yard.
It is the second traffic fatality for the day. The first occurred this morning at 4:30 a.m. in Orange Walk Town, where a 23-year-old Jouvert reveler, Axel Tillett, fell off the side of a truck he was holding onto and into the path of an oncoming vehicle. He was killed on the spot.
Upon arrival, they saw the lifeless body of a male person identified as Axel Tillett. Information is that Tillett was on a trailer that had on music when he fell, and the truck ran over him. The truck was being driven by Elias Cole. An investigation is being carried out into this report.
Can charges be levied against anybody?
The file will be compiled and forwarded to the DPP. Then a determination will be made whether he will be charged.
Clifford Mejia, 7 News.
As for Gabriel Mai, neighbors say he was probably on his way to visit his children when he was knocked down and killed in Ladyville. But police investigations are suggesting that he may have been intoxicated while riding his bicycle. Police in Belize City caught a suspected burglar red-handed early Monday morning. Around 5:30 a.m. on September 22nd, officers responded to a report of burglary in progress at Jay-Z's Pick and Wear located at the corner of Mahogany and Jasmine Street. When they arrived, they found a man wearing a ski mask inside the shop. The store owner's 37-year-old Janine Merritt told police she had been alerted by a phone call that someone was breaking into her business. Inside, officers discovered that clothing and nail equipment had already been packed into several bags, apparently ready to be taken. The suspect was detained at the scene. Police learned that he was 29-year-old Jimmy Rojas of Giles Street, Belize City. He was charged with burglary. Reports say there have been a rash of burglaries in the Martins area recently. She said she was in Belize to run a farm and trade only in barter. But Abigail Tuttle O'Keefe was running from the law in her home state of Pennsylvania, USA, and now she's been sent back. O'Keefe was shipped out of Belize on Friday to face charges in the U.S. after she was charged in January of 2024 with more than 100 counts of animal cruelty. It is described as the largest case of farm animal cruelty in that county's history. O'Keefe fled the country shortly after charges were brought against her and came to Belize, where on April 25th, she was arrested for possession of a firearm in Benque Viejo. That's where her name came up on a wanted list, and Belizean police alerted their U.S. counterparts. In her Facebook post here in Belize, O'Keefe had said she would produce various products and that people can pay her with barter only. 1 week from today, Assistant Commissioner of Police Suzette Anderson is supposed to deliver to the Prime Minister her completed investigation into the abduction of Joseph Budna. It's unprecedented for the police to deliver an investigative file to the head of government. But so it is. That's what the Prime Minister has ordered. Reports tell us that the Prime Minister is also confident that at the end of the Commissioner of Police, Richard Rosado's 45-day administrative leave, that he can bring him back into the seat as top cop. From where we sit, it would seem that Rosado's credibility might be strained, and it all stems from the quite disastrous press conference he chaired on August 25th. Jules Vasquez compiled his deflections, evasions, and untruths.
We do know that there was a confrontation among 4 individuals. One of them fit the description of Joseph Budna, who was placed in it appears to be a car.
But minutes earlier, he had said
Joseph Budna was placed in an SUV vehicle with Belize City license plate. Our investigation so far has not revealed that any police officer approached those individuals, and it was shown in the camera footage that only the confrontation were among 4 individuals.
Rosado refers knowingly to the camera footage. But then why did he lie about what is clear to be seen on the video, which is Corporal Choco responding and being waved away by one of the abductors?
The challenge that came to us was when we had to follow leads or misleading leads that diverted or took a number of our investigative capabilities.
The truth is that the police officer at the station, in fact, any officer at the station who cared to look just 100 feet down the road, could have seen that it was a sky blue Chevy Equinox, which had actually blocked the street leading to the police station. The abductors took Budna through the checkpoint in Arenal.
You have to realize that in Arenal we have several ways to reach to Arenal. Through the Santa Rosa, there are almost a 3 route.
Almost and also not quite. That is both deflection and untruth in one. There is only one way for an SUV to make it to the Arenal field in 3.5 hours from Orange Walk, and that is the Arenal Road, where there is a checkpoint.
I am confident that no vehicle fitting that description passed the VCB.
So, but how do you get from Orange Walk to Arenal if they did get there?
That is what the investigation will reveal.
The allegation by Mr. Budna includes a claim that calls were made in the car to compel, saying that we have the man. What do you say in response to that?
Like I said, anybody could see anything, and if I would get $1 for every rumor that is being made, I would be a millionaire by now. But we are taking all reports. We are following all investigative leads, and wherever that leads us to, the chips will fall with me.
But it's an evasion because he didn't answer the question of whether he did get a call. And also an untruth because police were not following the main lead. They could not have been, since Rosado had already declared there was no possibility of police involvement.
Let me be unequivocally clear. The police department was not involved in the apprehension or the alleged extradition of Mr. Budna.
An untruth, which of course led to an evasion.
There is no assurance of transparency once there's an allegation of police officers and police are investigating.
Allegation like this is what creates a vacuum of trust that I must correct, that I must see how we can be more transparent and accountable.
That is also an untruth because investigators were in fact being told, as they were that night, to look away from the truth.
Has there been any specific conversation with Mr. Dubon, the officer commanding for Orange Walk, if the allegation is true, which Budna claims that he sent him all the particulars of the vehicle the abductors were in?
That was not communicated to me by Mr. Dubon, and I'm sure if that was communicated, if he had that information, that would have communicated to me or my operational commander, and that was not communicated to us.
That may also be an untruth. Budna insists he told Dubon. It will be left to see in what Dubon will tell investigators. And if Budna is right, then it will mean that he would have to have the courage to counter the commissioner's claim.
So where does the police minister stand in the face of all of this? Rosado was seen as his choice for commissioner. And though he denies any favorites, 18 days ago, Musa surely used his best lawyer finesse to try and square with Rosado's blanket declaration that the police department was not involved in the abduction. We have Rosado's blanket statement and Musa's explanation.
I will unequivocally state that at no time I nor the police department was involved in the apprehension of Budna or to his alleged extradition. And I will maintain that.
So I heard that remark, and like the media, it raised some questions for me. And so I had called the police commissioner on seeing that in the newscast after the press briefing. And I said, Commissioner, how can you be so sure that the individuals are not police officers? And he said to me, Minister, what I am saying is that the police department is not a part of that. Whether or not those individuals who are in casual outfits are police officers, he cannot say, because there would be an frolic of their own. But he's saying from the high command of the police, this is not something orchestrated by the police. So that's what he meant.
Again, the evidence we have seen, specifically Constable Barry Flowers being authorized to pick up a weapon while on a day off, on the day before the abduction, strongly suggests police involvement at the highest level. Flowers is presently on interdiction because the commissioner says he was identified at the scene of the abduction. The Judicial Education Institute of the Senior Courts in Belize is hosting a specialized two-day training workshop on judicial ethics. The workshop, which is in collaboration with the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, launched today and will conclude tomorrow. This training is designed to equip judges, magistrates, registrars, and judicial assistants with the knowledge and skills necessary to strengthen integrity in their daily work. Today at the opening ceremony, the Chief Justice and the UN Resident Coordinator explained more about the importance of this workshop.
The judiciary of Belize has long recognized the need for structured training on judicial ethics. And I'm grateful that with the support of the UNODC, we're finally able to bring this to fruition. The judiciary of Belize firmly holds to the principles of fairness, integrity, humility, diligence, competence, and efficiency, and is guided by the need for proper judicial comportment. These principles support the rule of law and inspire public confidence in the administration of justice. The presence of so many judicial officers here today, and I would add judicial assistants also, underscore the need and the importance of this training and the need for us to maintain high ethical standards. It signals what I trust will be a strong and enduring partnership between the judiciary of Belize and the UNODC.
Corruption, as we all know, erodes trust in public institutions, undermines democratic governance, and it weakens the very foundation for societies. A strong and independent judiciary is one of the most powerful safeguards we have against corruption, state capture, and impunity. Judicial integrity is therefore not only a professional obligation, but also a cornerstone of public trust and social cohesion. By strengthening integrity in the justice system, we also strengthen the capacity of societies to uphold the rule of law, safeguard fundamental freedoms, and accelerate progress towards the Sustainable Development Goals.
For the 2 days of the workshop, the High Court Magistrate Court and Family Court countrywide will not be conducting any legal business. We take a break now. When we come back, Independence Day, Lord Lauro taught us all about rain can't stop the reggae jam. Well, this year it did, even if it was just the forecast of rain. We'll tell you about the disappointment of the 21st. Don't go away.
I don't want to be a bad guy. I don't want to be a tough guy. I want to get to the point in life where, I couldn't hurt a fly.
And he did. Kind of. Here we see Shyne Barrow taking it like a man.
Oh my God!
A professional slap recipient. He turns the other cheek. But when his wife wants to visit her family,
Shyne Barrow reportedly stomped his wife Catherine in the back.
The medical legal form doesn't lie. Miss Catherine Barrow went to the police, got a medical legal form. The doctor certified it as harm.
when a man slaps him, he can't fight back. But when it comes to his wife, suddenly he's Mr. Tough Guy.
Bad
Shyne Barrow. Can you really call yourself a man? You let another man slap you, but you can't handle your wife visiting her family? It's time for you to grow up.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Hoy te vamos a contar un cuento basado en una historia real. Chao Dengue, capítulo 1. Síntomas del dengue. Había una vez una familia que, sin saberlo, llevaba consigo un visitante no deseado. No era un monstruo ni un fantasma, pero sí algo que podía debilitar su cuerpo y robarle la energía. Pronto llegaron la fiebre, acompañada de dolor de cabeza, principalmente detrás de los ojos, dolor de cuerpo, náuseas y un sarpullido que se enrojecía por su piel. ¿Qué debían hacer en ese momento? Lo primero era no caer en la automedicación. En la mente del padre resonaban las palabras de los expertos. La clave está en buscar ayuda temprana. Así que, sin dudarlo, se dirigió a la unidad de salud más cercana, donde le brindaron la atención necesaria. Pero la historia no termina ahí. Si alguien en su familia también enfrentaba la misma situación, era enviado a su hogar con una lista de recomendaciones para ser cuidado allí. El reposo se convertía en su mejor escudo y la hidratación en su arma más poderosa. Abundante líquido y, sobre todo, sales de rehidratación oral serían sus aliados en la recuperación. La familia aprendió que la acción temprana podía marcar la diferencia para que esta historia tenga un final feliz. Y colorín colorado, la salud hay que cuidarla en todos lados.
These charred remains aren't from
We're
an
navigating
airplane.
along the coastline.
This morning,
of
the
northern
2023
lagoon.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Shirley Kelso, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight.
We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra Craig.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
When I hear the leader of the opposition come and pontificate in this house, I have to have great restraint not to go after her, because the minute you do, she stands up and cries, oh, she's a lady, she's a woman, and so you should not criticize her.
This is your prime minister disrespecting a woman, the leader of the opposition, simply for doing her job.
I have no obligation to tell you what I wrote on my personal business. As Prime Minister, I do have an obligation to this country. That's none of your business where you go to do with my personal time, Madam Leader of the Opposition.
He doesn't answer questions. He doesn't take criticism. He acts like accountability is an insult. Belizeans are left ignored, disrespected, and silenced.
Unlike the other set of dodo birds from UDP, they were told they can't speak to the media. Could you just shut up for a moment? Could you just shut up for a moment?
Members.
Where? Yes, I am, because I have the authority, I have the moral authority to tell you, yes.
Our country deserves respect, not arrogance. Answers, not excuses. Leadership, not insults. Enough is enough. Belize deserves better.
In the heart of Belize, a battle is being waged, not with weapons, but with choices. When waste is disposed of in unauthorized locations, in our forests, drains, and waterways, along our highways, and in vacant lots, this is illegal dumping. The consequences reach far beyond what we see. Toxic chemicals seep into our groundwater, threatening our drinking water. Disease-carrying mosquitoes breed in abandoned tires, and wildlife mistake our waste for food. For over a decade, the Department of Environment has worked tirelessly to clean up these sites. But they can't do it alone. They need your help, and now taking action is easier than ever. Download the ArcGIS Survey 123 app to your phone. You can report illegal dump sites. The app records the location, allows you to add photos. Simply open the app, allow location access, fill in basic details about the site, add a photo, and submit. Your report helps us protect our communities and natural resources. Every report matters. Every action counts. Stand proud in protecting our nation. Our Belize, our responsibility. Bini.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7. This newscast is brought to you by Cellular World, your authorized Samsung distributor.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize, knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
On October 8th, Keokuk residents will vote in a referendum to determine whether they want to legalize marijuana on the island. And while the Legalize It campaign, which includes the voice behind the competition, Councillor Ilia Rosado, is being launched, it features what looks to be an expected political endorsement. Minister of Home Affairs and New Growth Industries, Kareem Musa, can be seen in the ad saying, quote, "It is time for facts, not fear." While he doesn't tell residents how they should vote, his presence in the ad for the Legalize It team suggests which side he's leaning towards. Here's a snippet of it.
An island referendum to decide whether we move forward with a responsible and regulated cannabis industry or whether we continue the illegal trade. Wherever you stand, let us always remember to be mindful and respectful of each other's views. No matter the outcome on October 8th, cannabis possession will still be legal in Belize. It has been since 2017. So what you are going to be deciding on is whether you want regulation. Regulation imposes an age limit, ID checks, quality standards, authorized points of sale and consumption, things that the illegal market does not do. It is time for facts, not fear. Do your own research and make the decision that makes sense.
On the other side is the Hope Not Dope campaign, which is organized by pastors and headed by Senator Pastor Louis Wade Jr. They have a list of 10 reasons why Keokuk should vote no, including protecting the youth, safeguarding health, upholding religious beliefs, and guarding against crime. On Sunday, Independence Day parades and parties were held across the country, but again, the Guatemalans chose to be aggressive on the Sarsoon. The day started with reports that a Guatemalan Navy vessel appeared in front of Punta Gorda town. But the commandant of the Coast Guard, Rear Admiral Elton Bennett, told us that was not so. He did say that the Coast Guard patrol visited Sarstoon and encountered the gaff at the entrance to the river. Reports told us that the Guatemalan Navy vessels on the Sarstoon were also behaving aggressively towards the Coast Guard and BDF patrols. The Belizean vessel numbered 5, while the Guatemalans reportedly had 8 vessels out there. Fortunately, there was no dramatic escalation beyond that. And Guatemalan aggression is one of the things Belize's delegation to the UN General Assembly plans to talk about this week. Foreign Minister Francis Fonseca briefed the Commonwealth Foreign Minister on the Belize-Guatemala process yesterday and thanked them for their recent strong statement in support of Belize. The Prime Minister is also in New York and will address the General Assembly on Friday. The Prime Minister left after the Independence Day celebrations. Independence Day saw the cancellation of the country's biggest uniform parade, which is in the city due to the weather forecast. But there was little rain. But while there was no uniform parade in the city, the 21st ceremony was held here instead of Belmopan. And apart from a 2-hour delay at the start, it commenced under sunny skies in front of the Supreme Court. Courtney Menzies has an overlook of the ceremony.
Belize's 44th anniversary experienced a slight setback when the start time for the official ceremony was pushed back 2 hours due to a forecast for rain. But sunny skies prevailed in the city, where the ceremony was hosted this year as opposed to the customary Belmopan. However, the spirit of the day was definitely diminished since there was no uniform parade to complement it. That event also having been cancelled due to the forecast of rain, which never came. But the ceremony began as it traditionally does, with the introduction of all the officials, including the leader of the opposition, the Prime Minister, and the Governor General, who then inspected the Guard of Honor. The Belize City Mayor was the first to give his address, where he detailed some of the accomplishments of recent years.
We can also celebrate the rollout of our national health insurance, which continues to serve our people. We can, as a nation, celebrate the phased rollout of our free education initiative, which is intended to give our children a fighting chance for a brighter future. We can celebrate our land and our home distribution programs that continue to anchor families. And certainly, we can celebrate the strong performance of our tourism sector, which continues to be a pillar of our economy, fueled by new partnerships that expand opportunities, connect us more closely to the world, and create new pathways for growth. And we can celebrate the resilience of our economy, which sustains jobs and empowers households.
The leader of the opposition then recalls some of the non-political heroes that are ingrained into Belize's history and their contribution to the development of the nation over the last 4 decades.
On a day like today, we recall the heroism of those like Antonio Soberanes, who gave a voice to the labor movement. Lee Richardson, who kept the flame of nationalism burning. Madame Liz, who championed women empowerment and the right of women to own property. And Nurse Cleopatra White, who was deeply concerned about the health of our nation and about our unwavering commitment to our sense of community.
And she also took a glancing shot at the government's lack of transparency.
Adulthood means we have the certitude to stand firm. It means no longer accepting the easy answer of partisan politics and corruption and nepotism that have become hallmarks of recent administrations. It means maintaining a decorum of respect when civil society partners, the independent media, and members of the opposition ask the difficult questions and probe for answers that make sense. It means rejecting the notion that someone else will rescue us, when in truth, the job is ours to embrace.
And after a short musical interlude, the Prime Minister took the stage, giving an unprecedented 9-minute speech, unlike previous Independence Day speeches that could last up to 30 minutes. He began by going off script and coming full force at the leader of the opposition.
I want to thank the leader of the opposition for her aspirations that she has for Belize. It's an aspiration that all of us have. And I'll make just one observation, that she had 13 years to make some of these aspirations become real. But unfortunately, she failed back then. But I hope that together, now, we can make this aspiration become real for our Belizean people.
And since he already gave his State of the Nation address, the PM used this opportunity to reflect on Belize's past and what he hopes for the future.
How beautiful it is that on this day, thousands of our citizens will join with friends and loved ones at parades and parties across this country to rejoice in the blessings of this land and people. Holding fast to the noble principles upon which this nation was built, we must look forward tomorrow with the same love for social justice, liberty, national happiness, the increase of industry, sobriety, and useful knowledge.
For the Menzies, 7 News.
The leader of the opposition's speech was 27 minutes long, while the mayor's was 13 minutes. And as you heard, the PM clocked in at a record low 9 minutes. And finally tonight, we note with respect and gratitude the 30th anniversary of Indira Craig, continuously anchoring for Channel 7 News. 30 years in the anchor's chair. It's a feat unmatched in the history of Belizean broadcast, and we'll give her her flowers while she's still around. She's done it this long because no one has done it better. She is the voice and the face of not one, but 2 generations. Our love and respect to you, Miss Craig. And we take a brief clip from her 25th anniversary package 5 years ago to remember what it was like 30 years ago on this night.
Good evening. With your news, I'm Indira Craig.
She's worn many hats for Channel 7, from her famous anchoring to news reporting and even hosting Carnival. But you can always be certain to find her where she's come to belong, at the news desk. And from deep in our studio archive, here's a look at her first night ever reading the news.
And police are investigating a September 21st shooting in Belize City to see if it was self-defense. More on this coming up after the break. Good evening, I am Indira Craig.
Indira returns to her anchor chair next week, Monday. And that's it for 7 News tonight. Thanks for watching. I am Jo Marie Lanza. You can find a full transcript of the news at 7newsbelize.com and see the streaming video on our Facebook or YouTube pages. Have a good night and join me back here tomorrow.